The area of Bled is located in a region where the Alpine, Mediterranean and Pannonian worlds meet. In the midst of the mostly flat lands of this province, a lake is set in mountains, and towering over it is the abrupt elevation supporting the 1,000-year-old castle. Carniola has no finer region, all in all just like Eden, wrote the Slovenian poet Prešeren. Bled was first mentioned in written sources in AD 1004 and Bled Castle in 1011. The phrases, the property called Bled, located in the province called Carniola, and Bled Castle, were written in Latin in the deed with which the German king Henry II granted the Bled estate to the diocese of Brixen. Bled Castle became the administrative centre for the landed property of the bishopric of Brixen in Upper Carniola. The appearance of the original castle of Bled is unknown. Comparisons with other 11th century structures indicate that it was most probably a dwelling structure, a palace with a courtyard enclosed by a wall. A graveyard was located beneath the castle. Several decorative buckles were found there, one with a depiction of a ruler and another with an image of the Lamb of God, which was also present on the coat of arms of the Brixen diocese. For more than 300 years, the manor house was administered by the diocesan ministerials, who were often named after Bled. Probably in the 12th century, a chapel was built in the courtyard of the castle, along with an exterior rampart. Another palace was probably constructed in the 13th century. The medieval building heritage has not been greatly preserved. Partly surviving elements include the walls and the entrance tower with a Romanesque lateral portal. The Bled estate was leased by the Brixen diocese to one Lord Cry from 1371 to the middle of the 16th century. The castle was the economic and cultural centre of the entire region where society of that time met, as people of different status and callings came on various errands and tasks. This was the period when the second palace and Gothic chapel were built. Bled was visited in 1458 by the Bishop of Brixen, Nicolaus Cusanus, a cardinal, theologist and philosopher, one of the greatest thinkers of the 15th century. He endeavoured to undertake the renovation of Bled Castle when he saw that it was in poor condition. The earthquake of 1511 damaged the castle badly, and shortly afterwards renovation began, as is indicated by the preserved plans. The Bled estate also experienced unrest, complaints from peasants, real peasant uprisings, and the penetration of Protestant ideas. The Bible was translated into Slovenian at this time as the 16th language. The first graphic representations of the landscape and the castle were made in 1679 and 1689. After the earthquake in 1690, the castle was rebuilt again. These structures are still mostly preserved today. The chapel was also rebuilt and painted in the Baroque style. Social reforms in the second half of the 18th century freed the serfs from their feudal obligations. After the abolishment of serfdom in 1848, Brixen was no longer interested in Bled and sold the estate. The castle edifice lost its original function as a feudal seat. In the 19th century, the picturesque castle on its cliff and the island in the middle of the lake with the surrounding scenery became the greatest tourist attractions in Slovenia, and Bled became the political and national symbol of Slovenian identity. After the Second World War, the castle was nationalized and declared a cultural monument. The castle was fully restored in 1951 to 1961, making it an attractive and popular destination with panoramic views, and the interior was transformed into a museum.